documentary that came out several years ago. Miley Cyrus, Explicit. This one's only 59 minutes long, so it's pretty short. Look at that gorgeous body, yeah. I'm floored by her beauty. She's just unbelievably sexy. And I know, yes, some people say she's trashy, and I know some people won't be into this podcast, but hey, I'm doing it to end May. There she is with her crazy hair. Crazy anime hair. She's got an amazing smile, beautiful eyes. We know. Why does she do that? Because the music industry is corrupt and they want people to sell. I don't like the blonde hair that much. I prefer her dark hair. To you too. Because Gene Simmons did that for years. Actually, downloads, digital downloads. Because Miley records meant something back in the 2000s to 2010s, but now that we have Spotify and radio and all that, like digital radio, yeah. She's gonna be 33 in November. She's gorgeous, man. The only thing I don't like in this documentary is that it's done by the UK for some reason. I'm like, well, whatever. I'm not going to hear the UK accent tomorrow, so. Because I'm doing a Chris O'Donnell movie in from the 90s. After Batman and Robin. Plus, this thing is out of print, by the way, this documentary, so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know who he is. Achy Breaky Heart, I remember that song in the 90s. So there was a fly that flew in this girl lady's face. Yes, she has a very thin body, but it's natural. She didn't get implants or fake or liposuction or anything. You don't need that. Yeah, Destiny Hope Miley Cyrus is her real name. Destiny awaits me next week when I go to Comic-Con, so. She's a mix of Italian and Greek. It's like Emma Myers. She's also Greek. That's why she has a gorgeous face. You are boring, Liam Hemsworth. There's a reason that their marriage didn't last because he's a boring man. He's not exciting at all. He's a dull actor and he just has a boring face. And she is. I saw Hannah Montana when it aired in 2006. Yeah, I'll say. He's from Tennessee, the same state as Elvis. There's some American people in the documentary, but it's mostly a bunch of people from the UK, from Ireland or England or whatever, Wales. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I know. This is before Disney became corrupt and gay and woke and greedy for all the time. And they're like, Miley's pansexual. That means she'll do anything. Well, I only do women. Yeah. And I don't have to prove it. I'm gonna show the world, not tell them. I'm not camera shy. You can't do wrecking ball showing your gorgeous body and you're shy. At least she's a woman. She's not like I'm not a non-binary. We know she's a woman. The tattoos, yeah, I could deal without that. I could live without that, but she still has that beautiful face. It is mesmerizing. She has she has cat-like eyes. And you know how I feel about women that have feline features. It is tough for a kid. Mm-hmm. That smile. We know. I was doing that. I was doing plays in school when I was a kid. I never heard of Doc. Called her a nepo baby, but a lot of these kids now are nepo babies. You got Jack Quaid, you got Maya Hawke, you got Monica Bellucci's daughter, you got who also Jaden Smith, who's not an actor anymore, but still, a lot of them are nepo babies. What do you expect? We have to have the next generation of stars because these older stars are passing away. It's very good. Yeah, her first film was Big Fish in 2002, I think. See, she had to work herself. She didn't just get something handed to her. Because the Kardashians, they never acted in anything. They got famous for being rich, for just being attention seekers. Yep. Tim Burton, he still got it. If you seen if you've seen the episodes of the no, I'm gonna block that person. Gonna hide that person. Mr. Munchie, thanks for subscribing, but yeah, like I was saying before the chat interrupted me, um the Tim Burton still got it. If you saw the early episodes of Wednesday, he directed those and they're fantastic. It's a lot of his style that works so well. Mm-hmm. It's always calling. They got banned. Yeah, if you're not a subscriber, I told you, don't even bother me. She's not a blonde. She's actually a brunette. At least she's not beating people up like Amber Heard, and she's not getting people fired or causing trouble on set. In like, hey Salvatore, what's up? Hey John, U.S. Marshals. It's an underrated movie. It's not as good as It's not as good as the Fugitive, but it still has its moments because Harrison Ford wasn't in it. Can I be a mod? What mod? Mm-hmm. No, you saw what happened to Macaulay Culkin, right? Shark Boy and Lava Girl. That movie's horrible. She didn't get a role in that. Yeah, before Twilight ruined his career. Mm-hmm. Hannah Montana. One of their best shows. Lily. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not on Twitch anymore because I don't have a laptop right now. See? You gotta put your foot down. You gotta take a stand. Charlie Sheen thing Corey Feldman was talking about is true. Yeah, because he's a nut. When these celebrities lost their minds way before the pandemic happened. She did. He has something special, yeah. And I remember the songs from that show. A lot of the songs and in the movie. I love Hold Down, Throw Down. It was a great song. And The Climb is one of the most emotionally charged songs she ever sang. Mm-hmm. You get the best of both worlds and I take it slow. Then you rock out the show. I used to watch the show when I saw the movie in the theaters 16 years ago before I moved here. And it was funny. Jackson was nuts in that show. And Mitchell Musso was funny in the show. I liked Emily Osmond. This is before she was, a star in her own right. That was the wig in the first two seasons. Then they changed the wig in season 3 and 4, and her look. But she was always with that beautiful song, voice and tapes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know drugs is the worst thing that happened. Trust me, I had to take them last year. Hollywood is corrupt. Obviously, that how drugs flowed in the industry. Yeah, because they don't have clearance. When I get prescription medication from a doctor, it's for my medical uses only, not for recreational thing. Recreation should not be destructive, guys. Just saying. I've never taken drugs for fun. I've taken it for a headache, a stomach ache, or something else. Miley Stewart, not Hannah Stewart. See, she didn't do her research. Miley Stewart. I never said that Miley was a role model. Good drugs like medicine. No, that's medication. You can't abuse it either because it can also kill you. No, but narcotics, I don't touch them. I don't. I took steroids because I needed it for my mouth. That's it. Not for my muscles. The songs are still hits on YouTube every day. March of 2006, I was in college. And I know she was a minor at the time, but I'm like, guys, she's a woman now. So I could do all I want. Because once they're illegal, all game, and you know, it's all good. She was on CDs and video games, and also mm-hmm, mm-hmm, and a movie, two movies, and a concert movie in 2007, I believe, and then you had the movie, the actual film in 2009. But you know where that song comes from, right? I don't know you. Yeah, she does have a Nicolas Cage vibe, but again, I could tame her, guys. I'm just as over the top as she is, and I don't have to. I wasn't 10. I was in my 20s when that show came out. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The movie, yeah. I was there. Yeah. You have to have connections to get in the industry. The Teen Choice Awards, I remember that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Since she did, she got emotional this year. Kylie Minogue, but Kylie Minogue is Australian, and I'm not into foreign chicks. I told you guys that. Most of them are not for me, especially Bentos. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. It was in 3D too. Pop singers make a lot of money. Ask Taylor Swift. Look at her Eras tour was the highest grossing concert movie of all time a few years ago. Nick Jonas, yeah. He married the girl from Quantico, right? No, I'm not into Kylie Minogue. No, sorry. Kylie Jenner is cute, but Kylie Minogue, no. She's Australian. He looks like my brother. No. Yeah, sorry, Nick. You got to marry an Indian woman. He likes women of color. Gene Simmons, he's a legend. Kiss is still has a lot of great song. Aw, Freddie Mercury, not a fan. I will not acknowledge people in the LGB. I said no, none of that in June. I don't follow that. I don't have any LGB things. Do you see any over here? No, I don't have any LGB stuff in my room. The only thing is I have is Booksmart, and I already did a podcast for that. And I saw Miley's other films, The Last Song, Bolt, and even So Undercover. I think it's so underrated. Josh just hates it because it was a time that, Miley was starting to slowly disappear from her teen years to her 20s, and blew up. Nikki Whelan, I think so. It's a nice dress. There's Billy Ray. Yeah, Natalia Dyer from Stranger Things. Her first film role was in the Hannah Montana movie. She had a cameo. She was in like two scenes. She was one of the two British girls from that really weird, creepy guy that was trying to follow her throughout the whole film. Yeah, it was. I forgot that she was in that because she was a teeny bopper when that came out. A lot of people do that. Privacy, not privacy. Privacy. Yeah, because when you're famous, they want to follow you with photos. Jack Black these days, he's nuts. We all know that. I mean, he looks like a discount Santa Claus. People do take pictures of me at the convention, but they're not flashing the things in my face. I had dark hair back then. Now she's 32. She's gonna be 33. At least this documentary is short. Thank you. These people are weird, man. See, there's a lot of kids and girls that like her, even to this day. Even her voice doesn't bother me. Yeah, the thing is that they're putting Jack Black in too much. I'm like, once he did Borderlands, I'm like, we get it. He's a star, but you don't have to put him in everything. I don't want to see him in Detective Pikachu 2 or Zelda or any of these other video game movies. So I'd say hi all of a sudden because they're weird. They want attention. Well, I'm not gonna be here next Saturday, so yeah, and shaved her head like me. Hmm. And that was in 2009. Remember that? Tickets were way cheaper back then. Some characters got underused in the movie, like Rico and Oliver. They were underused, but they're in the film. Eva Longoria is attractive. Look at those legs; they're amazing. I like talking about girls because I'm showing how I'm heterosexual. I don't have to tell you. You look at me. Look at my face. Yeah, I like that song. Yeah, I remember Party in the CIA. They spoofed it. We were all spoofed it a few years after this. She moved to Spain because America's just crazy. Uh, wow. Got my hands up again. Moving my head. Swinging my hips like that. Yeah, they all want to grow up, but the thing is that when Millie Bobby Brown did the same thing, except she's getting praise for what she does, even though she's been playing the same freaking thing since Stranger Things. Because what does she do in Electric State? She plays another teen that's troubled. And look, and she's at Comic Con all sexy. I'm like, yeah, we get it. You're not a child anymore, but you're no Miley. Sorry, she could keep an accent. And you haven't had a hit film by yourself. We're 26 minutes in. I saw the last song in the theater 15 years ago. The last song, not one last song. See, they say things wrong. They don't know how to read. Sorry, she's not Karen Gillian. She actually can read and knows her stuff. And she just had a baby last year, I think, right? Or earlier this year, I forgot. J-Lo, not a fan. Never was a fan. Well, she sings in the soundtrack of that movie at the end. Notebook, yeah. Which I did see. These movies are tragedies, though. Half the time somebody dies in it. Either one of the leads or the parents or something. The most boring man in Australia. No offense, Salvatore, but that man cannot act out of a box. Chris is a great actor. I love his voice, but Liam is just dull. Fiance. That should have been me. See, look at him. He's like, wow, you're not even gonna smile. You are such a zombie, dude. If that was me, I'd be like, hey, come here, baby. I'm like, yeah, I'm unpredictable. I do not hide who I am. And I don't smile like this. Private. Exactly. No, after a year, I'll know. I don't need 3 years. I was never a J-Lo fan, even when she was young. I'm like, no, because her movies didn't appeal to me. Made in Manhattan and Out of Sight and all these other films. Even Selena, I don't care about that character. About even that singer died too young and it's depressing. Plus, Selena was Mexican, not Puerto Rican. She is entitled. That's why she did that Atlas movie, and I was laughing hysterically because I'm like, it's so stupid. J-Lo in a sci-fi epic, yeah, that's stupid. That would be like if Justin Bieber was in a sci-fi movie. Yeah, it would make no sense. I don't like entitled people that think that their crap doesn't stink, because it does. No, I've adjusted. I was 21 when I saw her in Hannah Montana in 2006, and then when she blossomed, I'm like, yes, you're legal now. Now I can hit on you. Oh, I can tame you, girl. Money Train is decent, but it's not because of her. She is the weakest part of that. That's a sexy outfit. I love it. Punk. That was when. That was before. TikTok was around. No one's innocent anymore. Babies are innocent. Why? Apologizing apologizing for being sexy? Yeah, that's going to happen. You can't hide your body like it's a something to be hidden. You can't hide your body like a mole in the ground. Sorry. Haven't seen that one. There'll be more. Congrats on your Oscar nomination. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Cherry. But that was is not an action star. No, she's not. I didn't even see the movie Hustlers that she did with these other women because I'm like, that's just a female empowerment movie that I'm not interested in. People were tired of her by that time. She had a cameo in night the night before with Seth Rogen. Yeah, that guy is just. Yeah, now it's not because she's no longer with him. You could do better. So the Hunger Games again. That was the first one. Yeah, and that how long did that last? A couple years, and then they broke up. Even though it's till death do you part. Again, some people don't read the fine print when they're getting married. Trust me, Molly. If I get married you, you're not gonna get away. I'm gonna have you, mind, body, and soul. Yeah, she that anime hair. Yeah, that hair was weird. Pamela Anderson is one of the nicest women and the hottest. Yeah, I haven't met her yet. I liked her because I watched her in Baywatch when I was a kid. Yeah, she her hair grew back this year and very anime style. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that lesbo haircut. Sorry. Shaved her head. Yeah, she's weird. I look good like this because I'm a guy, but girls don't look good like this. They look non-binary. She has a skinny body. I get it. It's a sign of rebellion. I did that when I was 17. I first got this haircut in 2002. Snapdragon, Raw, Justice, Barbed Wire. Yeah. Mm, the shorts are so really short. RCA. VIP? No, I haven't seen it. Except Britney lost her mind a lot faster. Women will, when women are in touch with their bodies, they're not going to try to hide it, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, because Charlie Sheen would have just tapped that. Sorry, he would have. I'm by winning. Elton John AIDS Foundation. I don't want anime hair unless I'm going to Comic Con, and I don't usually have anime hair. I haven't dressed up as a. Mm. This is before she got the tattoos on her arm. All I have is good taste in women. Let's face it. I never liked Amber Heard, even when I was before the controversy, because guess what? I knew she was trouble when she was casting Aquaman. Because I'm like, look what she did. At least Miley wasn't getting arrested and beating up Liam Hemsworth. Their marriage failed because of irreconcilable differences. Bangers. Yeah, Wrecking Ball was amazing. Plastic surgery, I don't do that. Miley's never did that. None. Gyrating, hey. You do you. Yeah, exactly. She's not Amish. She's not an Arabic girl where they can't even show their face, much less their legs, because they're like, because men desire it. Again, you can't shut off our desires. That doesn't turn on and off like a light switch, guys. Sorry. Libidos are real. Remember that, Salvatore. Thoughts on Jamie Presley? She's cute. She looks like the American. She's the American version of not Miley Cyrus. So what's her face? Margot Robbie, who I don't like. I'm sorry. She tries too hard to be like Miley, and I'm like, yeah, it's just exactly. I was never a kid when Hannah came out. My sister was 14 when Hannah came out, so she was a kid. Exactly. I'm not a child. Do you think I'm a child? I haven't been a child since 1997, guys. The only child in my family now is my niece, who's a baby. Yeah, love it. I listen to that song when I walk outside. I'm like, it empowers me. I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls. All, all you ever did was wreck me. I'm more of a Samantha Mumba kind of guy myself. Samantha Mumba. I don't even know who that is. Sorry. Desert Heat. Yeah, but I saw her in I first saw her in Tomcats when I was a teenager, and I'm like, nice. Again, the human body is a work of art. Why did she split from him? Because he's boring. Yeah, it is. It's a work of art. It's clean. It's not broken. It's not missing limbs. While she doesn't have a complexion like me, she's still a gorgeous girl, guys. What can I say? Again, why would you want to hide your body? Again, for a heterosexual guy like me, this is my fix, guys. I was like, I don't see this because I don't see a woman as a sex object. I don't see them as a sex object. I'm just admiring their beauty because it's a work of art. Do you think the Mona Lisa was painted, by a conservative? Yeah, right. Or the Venus de Milo is a naked statue of a woman, and again, it's a work of art. Art is subjective. Sharon Stone, she was cool when back in the day. I don't know what she's doing now. At least she didn't turn into a yeah, who passed away. Rest in peace, Sinead. Yeah. See, Sinead looks like me. Yeah. Linda Hamilton. I'm looking forward to seeing her in Stranger Things. Prostituting herself and the hobo gets so much work. Yeah, she ripped the picture of the Pope, not the one from now, the one from years ago, in a concert. And I'm like, yeah, you shouldn't do that. If I did that in one of my podcasts, it would get canceled. That would, if I ripped a picture of Trump or Biden or something. No, but I'm not going to do that. She was smoking a Sarah Connor. Yeah. Yeah, she's human. And then people like Nicki Minaj wants to start things with Miley. I'm like, don't do that, guys. You're in the same industry. Let it go. And she's gone, so there's nothing we can do now. That was a joke they put in the first Deadpool movie. I know. those eyes. I just get mesmerized in those eyes, man. No, not a Mexican background. I don't start a drama on Twitter. I talk to my friend Michael. Yeah, I remember that. No. And this is before the pandemic. So once the pandemic happened, she calmed down. I'm like, yeah, because she couldn't shake her bum and show her skin when there was a deadly virus outside. She couldn't tour for a while. Yeah. I mean, Annika's doing the same thing. Did you see her Instagram post of her like showing her gorgeous body? I'm like, yeah, she's growing up. That's why I like her so much. She's not gonna do that, but you know, he was turned on. You know, which he's just like Beetlejuice, but he was like showing because he already by that time he was already him and Paula Patton were like you know, divorced. People care more about controversy than anything else. Hey, you do you. Sad news. I just found out P Kwong passed away. Yeah, I found out he passed away too a couple of days ago on IMDb. But I also found out that Marvel will not be at the San Diego Comic Con in July. Why? Because Avengers Doomsday is not coming out till next December. So they have a whole year. And I don't care about Fantastic Four. Just I don't. The streak is over. Hey, Little Kim and a bunch of these other girls did this back in the 2000s as well. And Shakira and all these other girls. You think that they're. Yeah. And also, you know, Avril Lavigne and all that. Yeah. They all rebel. Paul McCartney. They couldn't see anything. I know. It's not like she was stripping and getting naked. Like what they did at the Super Bowl show with Janet Jackson was worse because they showed boobs. Yeah, it was from Angel Town. Yeah, I remember that. Big Trouble in Little China. May he rest in peace, Peter. Yeah, he's a Paul McCartney's a legend, man. And look at that hair. He was turned on, and you know it. The mood hits you. Hey, the mood hits me every time I see a girl at Comic Con. What can I say, guys? I seen girls at Comic Con look way sexier than that with their butt cheeks right in my face. What am I supposed to do? Going on this year, Richard Norton, Gene Hackman. Yeah, well, he was old. Gene Hackman was 90 something. It's almost done. The commentary is 50 minutes in. Sabu, yeah. I'm not going anywhere, guys. I'm going to stay alive. Yeah, rest in peace to Sabu as well. If Miley did this at the KCA, she would get banned because the KCAs that were doing this, and that's an award show for kids. Why are you going to apologize for having a gorgeous body? Did Heather Stevens do that when she was in Hollywood? No. Lady Gaga's doing acting now. Mm-hmm. She feels comfortable in her own body. Humans are sexual beings. You gotta stop acting like that doesn't exist because it does. Look at all these actresses that were pregnant last year and in 2023. Yeah, that didn't happen by accident, guys. Like Gal Gadot and Karen Gillian and Rebecca Ferguson. You think that they got pregnant by themselves? Ha! This lady does have some nice freckles. Richard Chamberlain, yeah, he also passed away, but he was gay, so we all knew this was going to happen. Again, everybody wants attention. They want to be acknowledged. I don't have to gyrate to get my attention because my voice does it for me. Kanye is an idiot. He's mentally ill, completely. He's off his rocker. He needs some freaking like Ritalin and just a leash. Yes, like the Oscars. What were they talking about a few years ago? Will Smith slapping a man. I never knew Alan Quarterman was, you know what I mean. Yeah, again, he was, but it's too late now, so he's missed, but yeah. Not a fan of the lifestyle, guys. It's like Rock Hudson when they found out he was gay after he died from AIDS. Latex lingerie is not a big deal. I think it's sexy when it's done the right way. It's not like she was hitting somebody with a whip. You know what I mean? Not everything needs to be a controversy, guys. No. I've seen dumber celebrities. Paul Shinar? I don't know who that is. But weed is legal now. I see people smoke it all the time. Banger store. Yeah, baby. Scarface. Oh, yeah, I didn't know who that was. I still haven't seen Scarface. The remake. I've seen the original. I've never seen the remake from the 80s. Because it's like almost 3 hours long. Again, manufactured. A lot of these kids are manufactured. And then when Disney doesn't want them anymore, they have to do something else. Look at Demi Lovato. Look at Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez went from copying Miley to be in an Oscar bait movie that was in Spanish, which makes no freaking sense because it's not art. It's a vanity project. Ever seen Raw Deal? Yeah, once. I haven't seen it in years. I have it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She was 20 in 2012, I think. Mm. Keep doing your thing, girl. You saw the mushrooms from Mario Brothers. We know. Why would you want to hide a face like that? Good for her. At least she's not dead. Because some of these people at that age get so nuts that they just... Look at what happened with Drew Barrymore when she was a kid. She was doing cocaine when she was like 10. Don't do cocaine, Miley. You don't need it. It'll destroy you. Yeah. And that was the documentary Miley Cyrus Explicit. Nothing too graphic here, so thanks for watching, Salvatore. Stop this right here. It's a fun documentary. It's hard to find, though, because it's out of print now, so I'm glad I have it, because, I wanted to do this for my last podcast for May. So thanks for watching, guys. Acknowledge me tomorrow, the first day of June. I'm doing 1999's remake of The Bachelor. Not the TV show that's been going on for decades. The Chris O'Donnell movie. So see you then. Later.